Gone but definitely not forgotten, the life and times of late award-winning English singer Amy Winehouse is about to be retold, this time from the perspective of long-term friend and associate Sam Taylor Johnson. Our correspondent Mayowa Adegoke met with him in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, and he spoke about his close relationship with the late singer and the upcoming biopic. Take a look.
11 years past the death of British singer and songwriter Amy Winehouse, filmmaker Sam Taylor Johnson is set to lead a team in making her biopic with the title Back to Black. Winehouse, who was a global sensation before her death, won several hearts with her music, including fellow entertainer Zalon, whom she met in London.
Hurts, I won't see you again. Can we just rewind? Miss you for 1,000 lifetimes.
Okay, so You Let Me Breathe is probably my biggest song, and that was inspired by me. It was a tribute song to Amy, saying thank you for everything that you've done for me. When I found out the paparazzis were at my house, and I was devastated, as I said, you know. And I just remember just breaking down in the studio. I couldn't contain the tears, and I was just that song was just pure raw emotion. You Let Me Breathe.
Zalon recalls how he first met Winehouse, who at the time was yet to become a global sensation.
So basically I was singing at a celebrity club in London. It was called 10 Rooms. And every week we had a different celebrity. One week was Will Smith, Black Eyed Peas, Pharrell. And I used to sing backing vocals and lead. So I was on stage singing to the ladies. And all of a sudden this small girl out of nowhere comes up to me and says, "You're amazing." And I'm like, "Thanks, but I'm singing for the audience right now." And she's like, "No, but you're amazing." And I'm looking at the audience and they're looking back at me. I'm looking at the band, they're looking back at me, and we're all thinking like, what's going on? And I said, "Thanks, but I am performing." Then the host, Patrick Allen, said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Amy Winehouse." She sang and I was like, "Oh my God, you're amazing." And so she asked me to sing with her, and we were supposed to go on the road for 6 months, end up being maybe like 6 years. And literally, we toured around the world. She sold 5 Grammys, and she signed me to her label. She gave me 15 minutes in the middle of her world tour, and yeah, I featured on her album.
Her sudden death dealt a heavy blow to him and his career, as plans to release his first album under Amy's label were brought to a halt.
When I was working with Amy, I just, well, before that I wanted to just be famous, right? I was like, I'll just do everything, rock, pop, soul. If it was Afrobeats at the time, I probably would have just thrown some Afrobeats. I would have just done anything. And Amy just said, look, you know, like, basically find your truth, you know? And so I thought about the music that I listened to, which was like 90s R&B, which was like R&B sexy kind of music. And so I kind of went back and then found out who their heroes were, and that's how I discovered like Marvin Gaye from Motown. And so I created an album which was modeled off of Marvin Gaye's album, I Want You, called Liquid Sonic Sex. So it's an album for lovers.
Other life events pushed Zalon's music to the side until he finally went on tour in 2013.
And I'm eternally grateful to Brazil because it started to make other countries take me seriously. Because now they're like, oh, you toured there, okay, why don't you tour here? And so it then started, I started touring in many different countries, and now I have my own soul festival Soul Royalty Winter Festival, which I have in London since 2016. And now I help other artists, because I have a platform, I help other artists to go on that platform and to be able to perform around the world while we raise money and awareness for the homeless. So we collect money and awareness for the Connections charity, which is the biggest homeless charity in the UK. And so we do that while having a great show, and we plan to grow it, so we do it in more countries around the world. You know, you never know, maybe we'll come and bring that soul to Nigeria, you understand? Soul meets Afrobeat, you know what I'm saying?
The British-Jamaican soul artist with reggae roots is now in Dubai, putting his footprints in the Middle East.
Dubai really invests in the visual experience. Like, everything looks so beautiful. If you get a drink, it's like the most amazing drink you'll ever see, you know. The venues look beautiful. And so those like paying attention to those details just enhances the experience. So like for my festival, I want to add a couple of those experiences where visually people can you know, enjoy, it could just heighten the senses, basically.
Zalon has one album and one EP in his repertoire. From Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, Maya Wadegoke for Channels TV Entertainment.